And I'll be talking to Angel Karpal, shopkeeper and member of the National Federation of Retail Newsagents, about the government's plan to force cigarettes under the counter. In other words, there'll be no cigarettes on display from April of next year, at least in England. And it seems that Scotland and Wales are headed in the same direction. Moreover, it's quite possible that very soon all cigarettes will be in plain brown packets. And so you'll have to look at a price list, which will be pinned somewhere unobtrusively in the shop, and you'll say, I want 20 Benson and Hedges, and the shopkeeper will give you a plain brown pack, and you'll just have to trust him that it's Benson and Hedges inside. The federations say that all of this is simply going to lead to far greater levels of smuggling. I would have thought one of the things it's going to lead to, and if I had some money right now, I'd invest in cigarette cases, because nobody wants to carry around a brown paper pack. I think cigarette cases with, I don't know, Che Guevara on the front probably do quite a good trade. Now, I think it's now, I'm just trying to work out if it's now 77 days since I stopped smoking. I think it is. Headed for 80 days. And I'm going to have a party when I reach 100 days, if I manage to live that long. I'm glad to say I'm really not missing it at all. I haven't been under any kind of pressure. I'm touching wood, crossing my fingers as I say that. But I mean, I'm going off tomorrow to Canada and the United States, and ordinarily, I'd have been worrying about how I was going to get my Cuban cigars into the United States without being rumbled and arrested for contraband. But now, I ain't even taking a single puff with me. We'll be talking to Amanda Sanford, spokesperson for ASH, Action on Smoking and Health, who thinks that putting tobacco in plain packs is an essential next step in protecting young people from the insidious marketing tactics of the tobacco industry. And their research shows that this measure will have widespread public support. One of the things that struck me reading the notes that my producer Laura has done for me this evening is that still 20% of people in Britain smoke. That's still 1 in 5 of people smoke. The 80s and 90s saw the number of people smoking in Britain halving from just over half to just over a quarter. But it's only fallen in the last 10 years from that just over a quarter to just over a fifth, which is a much, much less steep decline in the number of people smoking. Now, it may be that the 20% who still smoke are the irreconcilables who cannot, and that figure may not be able to be pushed down very much further. That may be the case. Or maybe, and I'll be putting this to Amanda, by making smoking seem dangerous and risque and the kind of thing that goes on under a counter and in brown paper wrappings, in a kind of speakeasy type affair, maybe that's dangerous. Maybe that's enticing young people, forbidden fruit and all of that. We'll be talking about smoking as an issue. Let me tell you, although I'm an ex-smoker, I'm not one of these ex-smokers who's become a fanatic. And I haven't lost my point of view that whilst we as a state should be doing everything we can to cut down the number of people smoking and cut down the number of people taking up smoking, there are limits in a free society. Unless we're going to make tobacco completely illegal, there are limits to how you can marginalize and even criminalize those who partake of a legal substance.